Today we will be working on programming the snowflakes. By default they come with a pattern where all the LEDs are lit and slowly it turns off one of the LEDs in a rotating pattern. And what we're going to do is we're going to increase the speed of the rotation so it makes the LEDs look like they're flickering. At this point, I assume that you have already downloaded the instructions for the Snowflake off of GeekFun's website. If not, the link is in the video description. You will also need to download and install the Arduino IDE. You'll also need a programmer for the ATtiny. This programmer is available on Amazon for around $10, and the link is in the video description. You'll also need to download the drivers for this programmer, and the link is in the video description. First thing we're going to do is we're going to install the Arduino IDE. So you just go through the normal install procedure, just choose the default settings and let the software install. Now the Arduino software is installed, we will go ahead and install the drivers for the programmer. You want to make sure that the option for the USB Tiny ISP is selected, and go ahead and click install. The next thing we need to do is we need to configure the Arduino IDE to allow us to program the ATtiny13 microprocessor. To do that, we need to add the ATtiny13 microprocessor to the boards list. To do that, you need to run Notepad, but run Notepad in administrative mode. So right-click on Notepad, run as administrator. The reason why we do this is because the file is in a protected area. You will not be able to save changes to the files unless you do this. So go to Open and browse the following location. Program Files, x86, Arduino, Hardware, Arduino, AVR, and open up the boards.txt file. Scroll down to the bottom of the boards.txt file. You can push Control End and that will take you down to the bottom. And in the instructions, you want to copy the following text. Now since we're copying from this PDF, it's going to remove the carriage return line feeds, which we'll have to manually add. So I'm just going to copy and paste this to the bottom of the boards.txt file. And any place where it says ATtiny13, just put enter key in front of it. So right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, and right here. And now we can save the file. And close out a Notepad. Now in the Arduino IDE, we should be able to choose boards and the ATtiny13 at 9.66 megahertz internal, 9.6 megahertz clock. The programmer should be the USB Tiny ISP. Go ahead and plug the programmer into your computer, and that way the computer will detect it. The next thing we need to do is we need to copy the Cores 13 folder to the Cores folder for the Arduino IDE. To do that, there's copy and paste that folder into the C: Program Files x86 Arduino Hardware Arduino AVR Cores folder. Alright. Let's go ahead and open up one of the sample files that GeekFun gave us. And let's open up Snow 1, which is the default program that's running on the Snowflake. Now open up in a new window. And this gives us a little pin diagram of the programming connector. But what's very important is down here. And you can see this timer out is 200 milliseconds. Let's change that to 20. That is the change I'm making to the program. I'm going to save this as Snow 3. Next, I'm going to click on Sketch and say Export Compiled Binary. And we should see Sketch uses 388 bytes, 37% of the program storage space. Maximum is 124 bytes. Global variables use 16 bytes of dynamic memory. So if it didn't come up with any warning, so that is good. Next, we will extract the arvdude GUI and the arvdude win32 bin.zip. So let's extract here and let's extract here. Next, run the avr-dude GUI. If you get an error saying that you need the USB list.dll file, you can copy that file out of the C:\program files x86 Arduino folder and just copy it to this folder. If you don't get that error, there's no need to do that. If you do get that error, you can't ignore it because without that DLL file, it's not going to detect your programmer. So in this case, I did not get the error. I want to select the USB tiny programmer, which is USB tiny. There's a big list of programmers in here. So USB tiny simple USB programmer, that is the one you want to select. Okay? We're going to choose a USB port. And the device is the ATtiny13. Under HFuse, type in FF, and iFuse, type 7A. What those values mean, I have no idea, but that's what the instructions tell you to put in. G, FF, and 7A. Now let's grab that Snow 3 file that we generated. So if we go to the Snow 3 folder, we can select the snow3.ino build variant.hex file. And that'll be the file we want to write the Snowflake. Next, we want to plug the programmer into the back of the Snowflake. The ribbon cable, the front end, faces out away from the battery pack. You plug it in and the Snowflake will power up. Next, click on Erase, Write, Verify. The LEDs will flash and the new program is running on the Snowflake. Go ahead and unplug it. And if we put the battery in, we can see the Snowflake is running off the new programming. Let's go ahead and program another one. Plug the programmer in with the front of the cable facing away from the battery. Erase, write, and verify. LEDs will blink and the new program will be running. And that is how you program the snowflakes.